Hello, I'm on the way to my mom's. Gonna take her shopping. And I'm thinking here, life has gotten way, way too complicated. It's just trying to simplify and keep things simple is getting harder and harder. So I was thinking about it, and everything is overcomplicated. Finding an energy company, you have 20, 25 choices. And if you don't do that, look through, their rates, you're going to end up getting screwed. So you've got that. You've got on your cars, you've got 20 different buttons. This one's a long press. This one's a short press. This one you press 3 times. So that's overcomplicated. Our phones are getting more and more complicated. It's like having a leash constantly on, you know, it's not like it used to be where you could not answer your phone, answer your phone. Well, you could choose not to answer. But, it's constantly ringing, people bothering you. That's gotten overcomplicated. It used to be, well, the news. There's a perfect example. You used to be able to trust the news. Now you have to research this and research that so that you're not totally left in the dark and illiterate about what's really going on. We used to have 3, 5, and 8. That was our news source. And they reported actual news. It wasn't just commentaries all the time on what their opinion was, because who cares about their opinion? So that's gotten overcomplicated. Going to the grocery store, you have 40 different cereals to pick from. Same thing with bread. Everything is just so overcomplicated. And it creates a lot of stress. At least I think it does. What do you think? I mean, it's nice to have choices, but then again, having too many choices is just way over the top. It's not necessary. And it's only going to be getting more and more complicated with AI. You can't even know if what your own eyes are seeing is actually true or if it's some fabricated story that a computer initiated or invented. So it just goes on and on. The list is never ending. So I've been trying to simplify now for a long time. It's no wonder a lot of people don't want to go out of their house. I mean, even computers, should I use my phone? Should I use my computer? They all do something different. They keep changing the software on them. Again, click here, click there, long click here, short click there. Oh my goodness. And I know a lot of the younger people, I mean, they're used to this stuff, unfortunately. They live in this crazy world. But for those of us who lived in a gentler time, by that I mean not so much craziness going on. I mean, heck, you can't even trust your own government anymore. That's gotten so overcomplicated that they had to create a department of the Doge department because of so much fraud and people ripping other people off has gotten out of hand. You used to have a bank that you could put your money in, and now it's like you can't even trust that because of all these hackers. It's just crazy. It's never ending. So anyway, I'm still going to be on a quest to simplify. Now, that doesn't mean I want to become computer illiterate and left behind, left in the dark because I don't know what's going on, because that's not good either. But, you know, well, it's not going to end anytime soon. That's all I can say. It's just going to continue getting more and more complicated as time goes by. So I have to ask myself, the internet, is the internet a good thing? For some things it's good. Or is it a bad thing? For a lot of things it's really bad, especially when people are able to get into your personal information. That's really bad. So I guess we just have to keep looking for the cheapest energy source. We have to keep looking for the best bargains, especially nowadays where everything is so expensive. You have to shop around everywhere. So this past week, I've just kind of done the discount store circuit, looking for useful things that I might be able to use. I try and pretty much use the things that I buy. But yeah, I also buy things sometimes that I don't have to have. But yeah, even our weather is complicated nowadays. Because they're trying to manipulate the weather with their cloud seeding and all that. And you've got all this craziness going on with that. You've got these crazy storms that are just out of control. So for me, I'm just going to try and simplify my world the best I can and try not to get too worked up about a lot of these things. But yeah, I was just thinking about how nuts everything is and how complicated. It's getting so hard to be and live simply unless you live off grid somewhere in the mountains or somewhere like that where you're just kind of on your own. But then again, you're so isolated, that's not always the best answer either. Because, we're social beings, most of us anyway. I'm not always the most social person, but we're tribal. We belong to a tribe, and we need human interaction for our mental health. I mean, even mental health is online now. You can pick from God knows how many therapists. You don't know if you've got a good one or a bad one or something in between. So anyway, yeah, that's what was going through my head today on the way to my mom's, how complicated everything has gotten. And now I have to take my mom to at least 3 stores again because the prices are so high, trying to get the best bargain. So anyway, yeah, I'm at my mom's now. I'm going to take her shopping. And I just had to talk about that this morning. Let me know what you think. Do you think things are too complicated? Do you think the internet is a good thing or not a good thing? What's your opinion? I really would like to know. So, all right, I'll be back later when I get home. I am so happy to be home. And I'll be home the next couple days. So I had to take Mom shopping today. She was out of a lot of things, so I called her this morning and I said, let's go to breakfast and I'll take you to the bank and to a couple stores and you can stock up on your provisions. Well, today was not a good day for me to go shopping, and I'm shopped out and I'm wiped out because I woke up today with a fibro flare. Now, for those of you that don't have fibromyalgia, sometimes when you have a fibro flare, it feels like you got run over by a truck. Your whole body hurts. So I haven't had one in a while. It's been a while since I had my last flare, but it was definitely not a good day to go shopping. But I did it. So now I'm really looking forward to being home for a couple days, but I have a very messy kitchen I have to clean up, because sometimes when you're having a flare, it's like all you can do is to do the basics. So sometimes that means you leave some dishes in the sink, you leave your laundry undone. So, but slowly but surely I'll get it all back in order. And I mean, it's not horrendous, but it's not an environment that I want to live in. So you gotta go with the flow, and however you're feeling, and do what you can do. So I'm very happy that it was a good day. It wasn't a bad day. It was definitely a good day. I enjoy spending time with my mom, and she's going to have a birthday on the 29th of April. She'll be 96, but she's not as spry as she used to be. She needs a lot of help now. I took her over some of my homemade soup, and so she can have something to eat. Now she can cook for herself. She does that, and I'm not too worried about that. I keep an eye on her to see how she's doing, but she is pretty forgetful anymore. She repeats herself a lot, and but at 96, that's not that unusual. So I'm very much looking forward to doing nothing the rest of the evening, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And hopefully tomorrow I'll feel better. Now, if I take an anti-inflammatory like Aleve, that does help, but I'm very hesitant to take any of those sorts of medications because of my stomach issues, because those are not good for your stomach, and they can cause ulcers and all sorts of things. So usually I just try and tough it out, and a flare can last 2-3 days, but it also makes you extremely tired. It's like, you could nap all day and then sleep all night. So anyway, not to complain, but I'm just happy to be home and not have to go out and shopping, because I'm really shopped out now. I mean, I did the circuit to the discount stores to see what I could see, and I got some good things, but yeah, I'm just shopped out. I don't want to go to any more stores. And right now, there's really nothing I need food-wise, because I am cutting back. I've cut back quite a bit on especially the freezer food, so I'm trying to use that up. But that's a slow go, a real slow go, because I can't eat that much. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. Yep. Yeah, I had to think about all those things that I was talking about before. How complicated life has gotten for almost everybody. But that's the way of the world. So I guess we should count our blessings and look for the good, the things that help us and that are for our good, instead of dwelling on what isn't working. So, all right, my friends, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.